Are you in a situation that is threatening to damage your reputation or to damage you financially, and you do not know how to handle that situation? If you are in that situation, just stay with me in this video, because I am going to be sharing with you how I navigated exactly that situation. For those who are new in this channel, I'm Linda. I'm a lawyer, I'm a former teacher, I'm a coach, and I've started writing books. There is so much I have seen in life that I am sharing this situation with you. In this video, I'm going to be highlighting the importance of emotional and mental discipline. I'm going to be sharing with you the power of the mind, and I'm also going to be sharing with you the importance of character, inner character, in order to navigate the storms or the storm that you may be facing. Stay with me on this one. What happened? This is my experience that I'm sharing with you, is that a very important and big event was organized. I was leading everything, and a leader, a politician, invited himself, and out of sheer respect, he was afforded the opportunity to greet the audience. And do you know what happened? Instead of being gracious and greeting the participants, he attacked the organizers of that event. And I was sitting in full view of television, that is electronic print media, 600 delegates, the staff, and I was sitting listening to the attacks. So you may wonder what happened. Stay with me so that I share with you how I became the person I have been working to develop, to grow for months after I left my 9-to-5 job. 1. Emotional and mental discipline. I still do not understand how I experienced the calmness. I was so calm, as if nothing was happening. At the same time, I was processing what was going on in a very calm manner, as if there was just this quiet prompt that was saying, it's fine. It was unbelievable. I was faced with text messages coming from the floor, and people were expressing their displeasure. And I was very calm until that person completed the attacks and sat not far from me on the stage. Now, what I would like you to know is that what saved the day, as I've indicated, it was emotional and mental discipline. The calmness, the stillness assisted me to handle the situation with so much clarity that when I had to respond to a certain question, I was so calm, but I knew exactly what I wanted to achieve. I wanted the audience to have a picture right there of what was going on, without one being arrogant, being an attacking leader, being graceful, but honest, precise, and stating facts in a very professional manner. that was very important because the intention was for the audience. More than 600 people were there. It was for the audience to at least have one side of the story coming from that person, the uninvited person, and then obviously yours truly. I was very calm. The stillness. And it helped. That calmness was not an overnight process. I have been on a journey, the journey to have a system in the morning, a system to grow me as a person, a system to get me to organize my life, a system to read, to do research so that my coaching lessons are enriching. So it's been a journey, and I've enjoyed this journey, not knowing that one day I will be faced with what I have just described in full view of television, print media, the audience, very, very respectable people. In short, a lot was at stake. But the handling was professional, it had clarity, and it was honest. So, let me come to the mind. I have indicated in my previous videos that there is so much that we learn when we then get to understand who you are. We learn that the mind does its work. The mind churns thoughts, and that the thoughts can be thoughts that build us, thoughts of fear, thoughts of worry, thoughts of anger, that we are not our thoughts. So, again, it has taken me a long time to be comfortable and just allow the thoughts to come through. And you know what? I have learned to ignore thoughts that don't serve me. The incident I am describing, there was just a quiet thought that was saying, what's going on here? However, the thought that was guiding was saying, you are not going to sink low and respond in a manner that is going to embarrass the audience, that is going to embarrass you, and that is going to embarrass many people who trust you, who trust your judgment, who trust your leadership. I was just still, composed. And there was this thought that said, actually, welcome this moment so that in full view of the 600 people who were gathered there, in full view of the media, you state your case, and state it in a manner that is not going to embarrass the people who are gathered there. I like that, and that's exactly what I did. Briefly, the mind, you too, you may be going through a very, very challenging time, as I've indicated, a situation that may embarrass you as a person, maybe a divorce. Some divorces can be very messy, or a business that is going through choppy waters. Be calm and make sure that your mind doesn't drag you into a panic mode. Be calm and observe your thoughts. Embrace the thoughts that are ushering you to safety. I hope that you are going to stay with me as I then tackle the importance of character. That character is much more than reputational character. I'm talking about inner character here, not just the reputation and the labels, that inner character that radiates, the character that is an expression of your inner world, because that was another saving grace. The character that says, be selective even when it comes to how you speak, what you say. That is an inner expression of what you want people to understand to be your inner world. That can be a saving grace, because when all is said and done, it's who you are. Not outside, it's who you are when you are alone, even when nobody is listening, when nobody is watching, when you don't play to any gallery. So, how does one build this character that I'm talking about? Dear friends, it is one step at a time. It's being disciplined. It's having a personal system. I prefer early mornings before I am sucked into the daily programs, the noises, the demands, etc. Just to have a system. Do you know why I'm reminding you to do the same? Because yes, there is something like motivation. However, there are times when there is no motivation. You are demotivated. You are bamboozled by what goes on, just as I've just shared that incident. So what remains? It's not motivation. It's a system that supports you, and you develop, you grow and nurture that on a daily basis, one step at a time. With me, I had to, when I left my 9-to-5 job, it was important for me to redefine myself, to rediscover myself, and to start from the bottom, from zero, saying, what do I want to be? How do I want my life to unfold as I am starting this new business, as I am starting to learn even to make videos? Where do I start? And you know what? I registered for a course because I needed reskilling. I needed information and support as I was venturing into uncharted waters, having been just a lawyer, a professional with those guidelines and rules and regulations. I was starting from scratch, and I accepted that I was a student of life, that it was important for me to learn, and I've been doing that every day. Reading, watching educational videos, doing research, attending constructive meetings, and another thing that became very important, and I do share this with you, it became very important for me to be particular about the environment where I operate, the company I keep. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the causes I registered for, because I gained a lot and I am still learning. So these were bits and pieces as I was walking the journey that I had started. And although there were certain challenges, but I started enjoying that journey. I never ever imagined that I would apply the lessons that I learned, that I would express myself as a new me as I expressed myself when I was facing that challenge. So, you too, if you are going through choppy waters that threaten to ruin you as a person, to ruin you financially, don't be afraid. Go back to basics. Ask yourself who you are, who you want to be. Be focused. Take it one step at a time. And I can guarantee the fog will just lift as you get along. Enjoy the challenge. Embrace it. But don't get sucked into it. Because after all, you are very powerful inside. Once you are anchored inside, it doesn't matter what shrapnel is flying. Those are just storms, and storms, as we know, pass. I have published a book, and I invite you to click in the link below, because I have that ebook on my website, The Unstoppable You at 40. Do help yourself. It is a workbook, but it's a good guide so that even when you are demotivated, you just stick to it. It's 5 days, one step at a time. Enjoy that book. Just as do enjoy the video, another video that I have published when it comes to the importance of discipline. Discipline is very important because the noises out there, the challenges out there can suck you into a deep, dark hole. However, if you are disciplined mentally, emotionally, the sky is the limit. You will paddle through a very dark phase. Thank you very much for watching, and do remember to like this video, subscribe. Please subscribe so that I grow this channel, and do share with other friends. You may find that there is somebody who will benefit for this video. Other than that, I look forward to being with you in the next video.